everyone. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I'm feeling so much better. And I appreciate all the kind words. You folks are just great. And I had just a lot of fun making this Diamond Anniversary soap, and it's full of just wonderful stuff, even some buttermilk that I made from my own goat milk. That's right. I just wanted this to be a very luxurious, bubbly, fantastic soap that everybody would love to use. And I had a lot of fun with it. What are you doing here? Just go away. Froggy, get back. I'm busy right now. Anyway, right? Must you? Now? Please? Okay. Have you got that out of your system now? Anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about was just the wonderful ingredients that I was able to put. Would you please? Okay, finish. Just this. Yeah, just do this part. I've got stuff to do here. These people aren't here for you. They're here for me. Oy vey. Anyway, let's let her finish. Frogs and diamonds. You ever heard of anything so ridiculous? Okay, thank you, hon. Now you can leave now. So, while I was working on this, one of the things that. Another verse now. Come on. Okay, I'd really like for you to stop. Just go on now. Get out of here. Thank you. Would you please? I'm not ever going to get any work done with you here. I've got a soap to make. Okay, everyone. But you know, I actually do like your new gown. It's lovely. Okay, big finish. That was lovely. You can split now. Go on. Thank you. Okay, so as I was saying, I wanted this to be a very luxurious soap and an anniversary soap, and I thought diamonds, right? Well, that didn't work out so well. I did my melt and pour, but the truth was I didn't have any clear melt and pour. But I kind of did, because someone had sent me a bar of soap that was clear and had a fish in it. So I cut it up and I melted the clear, and then I used some of my own melt and pour for some colored stones, and it was okay. It wasn't perfect. I think if I started with fresh melt and pour that it would have worked out better, but I remelted some things and it just wasn't quite what I wanted. Now you'll see in this soap that I do actually put the stones on. Well, you see it sort of afterwards, but in the end I ended up cutting them off because I just wasn't happy with it. And what I was left with was a really, I think, a quite lovely light soap with a lovely purple swirl through it, and therefore I'm calling it a win. You know, sometimes a fail can become a win, and sometimes those goals that we reach for, well, we may not achieve them, but while reaching for them, we may still find something wonderful along the way. Isn't so much in life about the path? It's not about the goal. I can say this from some personal experience. I dreamt of living in a place in California when I was younger, and I put a lot of effort into moving from one place to this place, and it took time and effort and some moral misgivings. And so many wonderful things happened along the way. I met wonderful people. I learned a great deal. And once the move was complete, I wasn't any happier than I was before, but I was thrilled about the experiences I had along the way. So that's sort of a real world example of what I'm talking about. And sometimes soap can be like that too. Now, I want to tell you that I edited out a flaw here. And that's why you just saw that edit there. I spilled some of this and had to clean up because I was pretty messy. And I always am when pouring a large amount of soap, I manage to spill some. What I need is something along the lines of this container with a pour spout. And I think I found one on Weberance online, that web restaurant website. And so I'm going to make the plunge, I think, and pick one of those up. I wish they made it in glass. I know it would be heavy, but I prefer using glass to plastic. But you use what you can, right? Now this looks kind of a silvery gray, but it does cure to a very pretty blue. I was very happy with it, and that was mixing the woad with the indigo and a little bit of the root. I do this every time. I've used it 1,000 times and I forget what it is until I'm not thinking about it. Anyway, so I decided I was going to do a little bit of swirl on here before I added the jewels, right? And when you're only dealing with two colors like this and an uneven amount, as you can see, one tray is much darker than the other, it doesn't come out quite the way that I wanted. And what I ultimately ended up doing actually was, after this, is I let it set up a bit, and then I took the spatula and then kind of whipped it up on the sides before I put the quote unquote jewels on it. And gosh, I want to tell you all that be careful if you eat meat from someone else and you don't know where it came from. What am I talking about? What made me sick was food poisoning. I actually got salmonella poisoning from someone who gave me something and they had not properly refrigerated it. Yep. Or yeah, I just won't get into it too far, but I was a mess for several days, and I'm still quite weakened from it. So just take care. Make sure you know what you're eating, and I normally am, but I trusted someone, and you can't do it in these kind of situations. Anyway. So here, as you can see, I did do the whipping on the side a little bit with the spatula, and then I started setting the stones, and I immediately just didn't like the way it looked. The clear ones looked foggy against that blue-gray color. The red ones weren't the right color, and here I cut them. I actually did the loaves and cut them, and I didn't actually break a wire. I was very fortunate. I was very careful with how I did it. But I just didn't like the tops. I thought, no, this just isn't worthy. They just don't look good. And I wouldn't give or sell someone something that I'm not happy with. And I just wasn't happy with the tops at all. The soap itself, I think, is great. And this is how it had ended up. I cut the tops off, and there you go. A win! Thanks, everyone, and have a great day. See you back for the contest win. Bye.